Dungeons is a tourist attraction at Waverley Station, Edinburgh. Merlin is a company that made Edinburgh Dungeons. It looks a very busy attraction with lots of visitors throughout the year. In the summer, I bet I was very busy. I opened at 11 AM until the evening. The tickets were £16 each. If you wanted additional information booklets, it cost an extra money. Edinburgh Dungeons is a historical reenactment with actors and tour guides and special effects to give realism to the dungeons. The tour starts with a court and then you are placed on a tour. The tour lasts for an hour. The tour is through stages and has lots of involvement with the visitors. There is lots of roleplay. Some really shy people would be intimidated, but it is to make the most of the tour, and the tour actors are really well trained and can pick the right people and can really operate the public well, as though they know who to pick and how to direct the tour through the dungeon. The tour is very scary and I do not think it would be really good for young children. They might get a fright. There's lots of bangs and lights and excitement, lots of noise, so not for the faint-hearted. The content of the tour is very interesting. It talks of murder, torture, crime and mystery, cannibalism also. The actors in the tour are really good at telling the story and make it believable to the characters. The stories, as everyone knows, like William Wallace and Burke and Hare, tales from around Edinburgh that have been passed on for years and years in the community and have become famous. There are many tales that are really interesting and intense, but it's very interesting and entertaining watching the reenactment and the actors tell the story. It takes you back in time. The special effects like makeup and costume are really good and takes you really as realistic as possible, putting you back into that period and having you withdrawn from reality and transported back into time. It looks like Merlin spends a lot of money in showcasing these presentations, and it is a good experience. The guides continually tell people to be aware, and if you feel like you're going to get a shock, you can always step out at one point. You can step in the background or go to a different room so it doesn't get too intimidating for you. You can step out and drop off the ride. I dropped out at one of the rides, but I'm glad I didn't, because I don't think I had the stomach to take it all in. At the end of the tour there is a mirror maze, which I thought was really good at dwindling you out and getting you to think and how to get your composure back. At the end of the tour there is also a photo attraction with lots of gifts and shops and toys and merchandise and like scary masks and key rings and cups to let you remember the tour and get you something to take hold of and carry on the memory with. I really enjoyed the dungeons. It was like history being brought back to life. It's like being brought back into time and into the future. I think you need to be in the right frame of mind before you go in. You must enjoy it and be willing to participate. If you're in a bad mood, you should not go in. You should be willing and willing to participate. It should be for a laugh. There's lots of boos and screams and bangs and flashes to be aware of. There's lots that can frighten you, but it's getting you into the atmosphere and getting you a thrill ride. It's great fun. The tourists would love it and it's well worth the money. You get a full hour of entertainment. The tour takes an hour by the time you walk through and go through all the talks and demonstrations. You will leave the place buzzing. I recommend Edinburgh Dungeons to tourists or anybody in Edinburgh that's not been there and wants to go to night out. Students would like it. I think it's a really enjoyable thing. I looked on the Merlin website for Edinburgh Dungeons and they have special speed dating nights and Halloween nights and special offers with the Hard Rock Cafe, so there's lots that you can do there, so it's well worth it and keeping track. It's once in a lifetime, I would say, but what a memorable experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it and recommend it to a lot of people, but you've got to be in the right frame of mind and up for a laugh. Thank you.